Utah is the third driest state in the country. Even so, there's a big agricultural presence here. And right now, with water being such a major concern, it's important to understand that agriculture in Utah is always changing. It looks different today than it did in the past. On average, we only get about 14 inches of precipitation a year, which isn't enough to grow most crops. So most agriculture in Utah depends on irrigation. Without irrigation, most farming in Utah wouldn't be possible. However, only a small portion of Utah's land is irrigated. For decades now, the amount of irrigated farmland has stayed fairly steady, right around 1.1 to 1.3 million acres. That works out to only about 2 to 2.5% of the state's total land area. Water availability and topography, in a large manner, determine what lands can be farmed. Much of Utah is too mountainous or too high in elevation. Cooler temperatures, steep slopes, and shallow or rocky soils all limit where crops can grow. Because of that, most irrigated agriculture is concentrated in the valleys where water is easier to access. Irrigation methods have also changed a lot over time. Early irrigation in Utah relied heavily on surface methods like flood or furrow irrigation, usually near rivers, streams, or canals. As technology improved, farmers were able to pump water more efficiently and move it uphill across longer distances. That shift opened the door to sprinkler systems, which today cover more than half of the state's irrigated farmland. Agricultural irrigation accounts for roughly 75 to 80% of all water withdrawn from rivers, lakes, and groundwater. Some of this water returns to streams or groundwater systems. On average, though, about 2/3 of irrigation water is considered consumptive use, meaning it's lost to evaporation or taken up by crops as they grow. About half of all irrigated land in Utah is used for alfalfa hay production, with another 30% or so used for other hay crops and pasture. These forage crops are well suited to Utah's climate and livestock production systems. An additional 11 to 16% of irrigated lands are used for corn, wheat, and other grain production, with the balance few percent of irrigated land being used for fruits, vegetables, and other crops. For more information, see the fact sheet entitled Agricultural Irrigated Land and Irrigation Water Use in Utah, available through Utah State University Extension.